Hello YouTube, Lytbringr here, and we are continuing right from where we left off. To answer my question from last episode, the Watcher is voiced by your favorite Joker and mine, Mark Hamill. I know! When I found that out, I was awfully surprised. Chaos Eater. So, yeah, it's pretty dang cool.
The souls of the dead will be your currency. Some enemies are more easily bought than killed.
Yeah. But see, right there.
Few can afford his services, but perhaps you can strike a bargain.
The Council confers with demons now, does it?
Since the truce was broken, some demons have fallen from the Destroyer's favor. Vulgrim is one such outcast. He has long sought an audience with us.
How long have I been here?
Off we go. I love this game. It's so good. I mean, what other game is traveled by meteor? Like, cool.
Looks like our trajectory was a little off.
So good.
Not so fast, horseman. Let's lay down a few ground rules. Until this is over, you're a dog on a leash. I say bark, you bark. And if I have to kick you, you'd better not bare your teeth. Understand? Or should I teach you to play dead? Good boy.
Alright. So let's get this show on the road. One of the... I already talked about this achievement, but these very early parts of the game are the best chance you have of getting the throwing stuff to kill things achievement. And try and do it early, because later in the game, tougher enemies will start spawning in these areas. And I know I have the achievement. I'm doing this for the extra souls, which, screw it, there are... When I first played the game, I didn't know about a lot of the exploits. And I was glad I didn't, because then I played this one and I'm like, oh, it's a remaster. They probably knocked those exploits out. They're not here anymore. Sad Lytbringr. But no, any cheats or exploits you've heard about for this game are still there. It's really cool, actually. And they're not game breaking. You still have to grind for a few hours. Just there are better places to do it than zombies. See, even War knows these guys are a joke.
Here comes the welcome party. Why don't you introduce yourself?
I know he doesn't have a sheath, so I gotta ask what makes the sword, like, withdrawing sound. But it sounds so good, I don't even care. If you plan on playing this game at some point, I would totally advise getting a guide. I mean, I know probably not the one I've got because it's super old and I doubt it's in print anywhere anymore. But, there are probably some super good ones on GameFAQs or... Oh right, there are more guys on harder modes too. Not by many. Like, sometimes you'll be told there's like one guy and it'll be like 2. Or instead of 5, there will be 6 or 7. Like, it's not that big an issue. The dodge is literally your best friend because you can pretty much dodge out of everything in this game. I hate these guys. Because most enemies have a stun animation. Those guys, they just suck.
Over here!
Oh, what the heck? Oh, for a second all I saw was red on my bar when it went to show me that. Like, did that zombie hitting me once take out like a whole health bar? I would advise against doing those button prompt kills. Whoa. Not because they're like bad per se. Just the button prompt kills have a small issue of you'll get Wrath instead of Souls. Wrath will power your special abilities, which... Okay, yes. These special abilities. And Wrath is all well and good. Sorry about the jump cut, guys. It seems to have frozen. Oh no. What was I saying? Something about... Like here, if I smash this guy... Oh crap. I only got 1 blue soul, but I got 3 greens. Normally these guys drop, what, 2 or 3 blue souls? 2. So I gave up half the cash, potentially, to get some health back. Also, when you do these executions, you can't be hurt. That I've ever noticed. Like, if you get mobbed by 4 or 5 things at once, one of those hits might actually count. But to my knowledge and from my experience, it's never happened to me. Or if it has, it was in such a crazy situation that... Boy. Okay. I will try not to pause or anything like that to use my guide. I was actually amazed. On the maps in my guidebook, it also has a list of all the, like, loot, the chests, and all that stuff. But I very rarely used it. Like, I would look at, when I'd first get there to a new area, I would look at what items were in the area. Like, oh, there's a life shard, and oh, there's a wrath shard, and oh, look, there's a piece of the abyssal armor. Cool, so I know what to keep my eyes out for, and once I have found those items, I know that I can pretty much go fight the boss and never have to come back if I don't want. And for the most part, the maps are pretty straightforward. You don't have to explore. The game won't beat you. If you want to be the best little horseman you can be, so... Like, I literally beat the game, like, 3 or 4 hours ago, so losing all of my gear kind of sucks. I had full health bars, set. See, big items on this guy will, like, stun him. See? I mean, I just threw a piano at him, and the piano made a sound. And there's usually not anything in... I have noticed there is nothing in this game just placed willy-nilly. Like, if it's here, it's there for a reason. Or it's just to fit, like, the theme of an area. Like here, this is some sort of hotel ballroom kind of thing. So some pianos and tables totally make sense. Sorry, there's a part coming up where I'm gonna need a certain amount of souls. So I want to try and get them inside. Because when you first meet Vulgrim, he wants 500 souls to do business with you. And while that's all well and good for me, what ends up happening is 500 is the minimum, but he will take all the souls you have. I don't know if they fixed that, but I played this game like 4 times when I first had it. So I was also, like, this game was so easy to pick back up. I was so happy about that. Like, it's been so long. And that's how you know one of your favorite games, I think, is when after almost a decade, you can pick the game back up. And you're like, oh no, I hope I don't forget how to play this game. That would suck. Like, what'll happen? I'm never coming back, so I'm gonna just open his chest now. But yeah, it's things like that. When you pick up the controller and you're like, okay, those are the buttons? Cool.
How long was I gone?
In Earth years, about a century. Long enough for the last of the mouth breathers to die off.
100 years.
The Third Kingdom is lost.
Yeah, he will never jump like that the entire rest of the game, which ticks you off, and you'll see why in one of these next few episodes.
Subtle.
I love this.
I almost didn't hear you coming.
Vulgrim.
The council finally took me seriously. If so, you're surely not empty-handed. Well, this shall be the briefest of introductions.
Oh crap, is this the part where he takes them all? I forgot, you have to pay him twice. Frick.
There were a few young ones. Spectacular. You seek the power behind the one called Destroyer. You will find the answers and the font of his power there. Oh, such haste to die. You aren't even a shadow of your former self. You wouldn't last a heartbeat. Besides, the way to the tower is shrouded by demon magics. Even I do not know the way.
Who does?
It actually takes a second
Feed
though.
my hunger, and I'll feed your curiosity.
Like, he thinks before he makes the deal. always forget about the introduction thing. Horde Seeker. What's up, zombies? Always forget about that part. So I'm like, I'm at 500. I got this. And then, yeah, let me take half of what you have because the council gave it to you. So I'm gonna take that. I'm just glad I didn't take them all. That was, it would have been my fault. I'd have had to get the 280 something I had. Okay. No, stop breaking my ammunition, sure. Ah. But no, most every enemy in this game's got a pretty easy tell. And some of these hub-ish areas, oh, why did I do that? Have like little secret things, like in the crossroads, there are 5 fire hydrants lying around. And if you break or destroy all 5 fire hydrants, a hidden chest will show up. It's got like 100-something souls, or it's a mod for a weapon. Like, the weapons have slots, so that's nice. Oh, no! Okay, I could have sworn there was another zombie floating. These green things will be a good chunk of your... Yeah, I know that's one. They are a good chunk of the passive cash you will be getting until you get pretty much to the super late game. Like we're talking just before the final boss. You'll be... Oh, that was a cool landing. Couldn't do it twice, but that was cool. I hate those things. And you very rarely see them, so I forget they're there. Faster. There we go. If this is a 200, I just got enough. No, I still need 30 souls. That's okay, I can just go kill some guys and they'll give me all I need. Let's see, what should I pose as my question this time? Ooh! If you guys watch this and you've got a few seconds to answer, tell me, how powerful do you think Vulgrim was before the Destroyer kicked him out of the house? Like, if you look at his design, it looks like he had some really cool looking wings or something, and somebody just plucked them off of him. And with all the loot, like, he is the only merchant in the game. Which is why I never get when the council is telling you, oh yeah, some demons are easier to buy off than others. And I'm like, why do you say that when there's only Vulgrim? But yeah, if he sells pretty much everything and has all the information in the world, apparently, how powerful was he before? I'd really like your guys' take. Like, what was Vulgrim wise? Because as it turns out, the Destroyer is not, in fact, Satan. Like, Satan is still apparently Lord of Hell here. Yeah, I got my stuff. But yeah, this is the part where he'll take...
These ancient gates have a mind of their own. But with this, you may reach an understanding. Beyond the gate, seek out Samael's prison. Once, Samael was close in power to the Dark Prince himself. Some might even say a threat. You will find he is no friend to the Destroyer. Seek me out when you've gathered more souls. I will make it worth your while.
Alright. Oh, he didn't take them all.
Farewell.
That must have gotten fixed.
For now.
Yay! Patches. Alright, guys. With that, we have the Earth Caller Horn. But I feel like since this about 13 minutes and my thing is starting to look a little spotty again, we will stop here. And I will just start right up for episode 3. I will see you then, guys. Lights out.